Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are here to do a specific message for a specific group of people in the collective. So if you do find this reading randomly, if it pops up on your timeline, if you feel drawn to the title or to the thumbnail, then it could be for you. But of course, just take what resonates. Not everything will connect, and this could be a very specific extra specific kind of message here today. So if it doesn't feel like it's fitting, then that's okay. So as usual, I'm going to go over what I channeled into before I started the reading, and then we'll go deeper into the message and pull some more cards. I can already tell there probably will be an extended here as well, so we'll talk about that towards the end of the reading. Okay, so I want to start by saying that this reading here could be a little confusing, or there is a lot of things that seem to be going on in the situation. So we'll kind of have to take it step by step and unravel this situation. So when I first tuned in, the first thing that I was being shown was an overflowing garbage bin. And it was just like stuffed with all this trash, and it was just like overflowing onto the ground. And then I was seeing a person who was running away from this. And this person looked to be in a state of like just being very perplexed, very confused, almost like agitated, or in some kind of emotional pain. This is just a metaphor, by the way, in terms of like the garbage bin. But that's what they showed me first. And I kept hearing caught in a cycle, endless cycle over and over. And they kept showing this person going around in circles. This doesn't feel to be you for most of you. This is somebody who you are somehow connected to. So for some of you, this is a recent relationship or a current situation with a person. For others of you, this could be someone on the periphery of your life. So someone that you're not in contact with right now, but you are involved in this, which I'll get to in a second. So after they showed me this person caught in a cycle, I heard them say, "It wasn't what I thought." And there was a reference of like pouring into something or investing into something, but getting very little in return, almost like pouring everything, whether this was an emotional investment that they made somewhere or financial investment or both. It's like nothing kind of came back, or very little came back. And I was hearing also drama. And when I was kind of shuffling around with the cards to hear a bit more to what Spirit was saying, these cards were flying out. So we have despair, we have false person, we have this snake here, time to get out of a situation, and warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. So obviously this feels to be a quite intense situation that somebody is in. Again, I don't feel like this is you. If you want to take it that way, then it could be for some of you. But this feels to be someone who's involved in a lot of chaos right now, in some kind of drama-filled dynamic that they are caught in, that they've maybe been avoiding the truth about. So we'll look a bit more into that in a second here. But when I asked kind of why they were coming through, I was being shown this person can't speak, like their word or their mouth was shut. And they're in a place of confusion, but also like inner turmoil because they can't say what they need to say, or they feel like they have to say something to either the people involved or to you. So also then going over to you here, I asked kind of where the viewer fits into this. And they showed me this interesting image of you being almost like in the middle of like a huge spider web. And it was like you were completely tangled into this whole situation. And I almost felt this, like I was hearing sucked in. So it's almost like you're being reeled in somehow to this. And so I want to get a bit more to see what they mean by that. For some of you, you could be quite literally stuck in the middle of this because you are involved in whatever this investment is or whatever the relationship is. But if that's not the case, it's more of like an energetic web that you seem to be caught in. It's almost like this, but there is something about you that's like the spider in the web. Like you are the one that carved the web. Not that you created this situation, but you seem to be sitting in a good place right now. So if this is going to resonate with you, you are in a, like maybe you've gone through a glow up of some kind. You may have pulled yourself away from the situation, or for some of you, it's even been a very long time, or you're nowhere near this situation. So you're kind of like energetically very detached from it. But with that being said, they did show me a lot of fog around you. And I feel like that's where I'm sort of getting, when I pulled a card for you, we have follow your own good advice. Trust yourself. You know what is best for you. And then we also have this card here. Such a curious dream, grounding, returning to reality and coming home. Lovers and community. So again, I don't know, there's a lot of things going on here, how you are in this situation exactly, but they are saying that you have been under some sort of fog with this situation. Either you've been confused about it. I'm hearing in the ether or in the undercurrents. So again, it feels like very sort of like distant or mysterious here. So this may be something that you're just picking up on. They also were showing me that you have precise accuracy right now in what you're perceiving, even though there is this fog. So it's a little mixed with that. Maybe there's just some confusion that you feel about this whole thing, or there's projections onto you right now. But this was also here at the bottom. There's a lot of things here, but we have the Vampire Queen, which I feel is where you as the viewer are at right now. So it's almost like you have, again, I'm getting like you've gone through some kind of glow up, or you've reached a place in your life here where you are coming across as like the prize. It does say here you are the queen of the underworld. Your light is a flame that draws in many moths. Sink your teeth into your desired one. So this feels like you are, somehow or another, you're like detached from the situation, even if you're in the middle of it. So we'll get into it and see here. I also did pull a few signs just to give somebody an extra confirmation if this will be for you or not. It doesn't have to resonate, but in case there's some extra confirmation, we have Gemini, we have Pisces, we have Cancer, and we have Sagittarius. So this could either be you or the person or people involved. And then we also have Saturn. So it definitely feels like some kind of heavy karmic entanglement that has gone on here. So yeah, let's just go ahead and open up and see what else we can pick up on about this situation. So clearly there's a person here who is caught in a cycle that wasn't what they thought it was going to be. So let's see, Spirit, what else do you want to talk about for this situation? They're showing me like a little flame that is almost gone to nothing. So again, it feels like there's nothing left in something that they invested into or have given a situation to. And if it does resonate as you being directly involved in this, this could also be obviously relating to you as well. So take it where it applies. Maybe the both of you feel this way, or something has reached the end of the road here, or there's nothing left that can be generated or sparked with this situation. But I'll just say someone here. So someone feels like they have, again, they're showing me this very confused, perplexed looking person. So this person feels very lost or confused. I'm also being shown that they're in just a lot of chaos, and I'm seeing these kind of like flies around them. So it feels almost like it's too heavy or too confusing to even like get into. So their energy could be very, almost like not cloaked, but almost like just very heavy right now. So they are someone who's been very rooted and grounded in like one particular setting or situation for a while. So it's almost like their feet, I'm seeing, are like anchored in, but it's not in a good way. It's in a way that maybe there's a certain like amount of structure or routine here. I was seeing also the King of Pentacles. So it could be someone who, it could be a relationship, it could be a job situation, it could be something with family. But it's very pentacly based, or it's very like materially based here. But there's like nothing, there's no room for further growth. And so this person may have come to realize that there is nothing left to pour into with this situation. And I'm getting that, I'm seeing like these birds around their head, and I'm hearing Spirit has been trying to get through to them. So this person may have been either receiving some insights or guidance from spirit that they have either rejected before, having to do with, I'll get into where you tie into this, but it could be about the connection with you. If this is someone that you have a connection to, but maybe they dismissed this connection with you, or they have not maybe felt that they could take a risk into your direction or to somehow be involved with you. I think that spirit has been trying to get through to this person. Again, there's a lot of people involved in this. This person could have a lot of people around them. And they're showing me these like pairs of penguins in my mind here, but they're showing me like the penguins are not matched well together, or it's like we're with the wrong penguin is how they're showing it to me. And I think what they mean is that there's a lot of like different maybe timelines or possibilities that could have been taken in these relationships that are involved. So maybe they're with the wrong partner, for example, or they chose the wrong partner, and something feels like it is, I just keep being shown this person like under a heavy weight. It's almost like they're carrying like bricks on their back, and they feel very like motionless, or they feel like they can't move. So this person is maybe attempting to get out of a situation, but they do feel, and for some there could be practical matters in this where they feel like they can't get out, or it wouldn't be something that they feel that they can do because of the maybe legalities I'm getting for someone, or a financial situation. And so I just feel like this person is, they just keep showing this person in a state of I'm just being shown all these clouds around them. So whoever this is like kind of in a still place right now, but there's a lot of activity in the mind and also in the way that spirit is trying to get through to this person. And we'll kind of circle back around to this person, but I feel like it ties in though to you as well as the viewer, because there's something about you choosing what's best for you, even though there seems to be a lot of fog around this. So maybe, yeah, they're showing me that garbage bin again. So it's almost like this person is so firmly grounded where they are because they haven't dealt with whatever is in that garbage bin. So instead of, again, this feels like very layered, this message here. They may have originally ran from something to do with their own personal struggles, or maybe wherever you fit into this picture at some point. And it has come full circle to lead them back into the original spot because they never took out that sort of trash to begin with, if that makes sense. So it's almost like a sense of it only piled up and eventually it caught up with them, because however that is, maybe it's like investing into an empty situation or making a decision when we're not healed. And I feel like that's what this person may have done here somehow. And it's just led to this whole web of confusion. And for you here, I'm hearing Spirit say that wherever you are in this picture, they really want you to be very still right now, or to keep doing whatever it is that you're doing at the moment. They were also showing me this like tree with fruit, but it was not ready to be plucked off. The fruits were not ripe or ready to be plucked off the tree. And I just keep getting the sense of you either needing to like sit the situation out, or because they're showing me this like orange energy around you, and there's something very glowing and bright about you right now. So maybe you've, again, take this where this resonates. Either you have received news of this person's energy or what they're going through, but you are not in each other's life, and this has even been maybe a while, but you have almost like you have your own garden now, or you've accumulated your own sense of maybe abundance for yourself in various ways. And so you have this very ripe and glowing energy about you now, which maybe you didn't have before. And there's a feeling of Spirit wanting you to protect that, because I think that it may have taken you a lot of time or a lot of effort or a lot of, like lessons to reach this point. But with the Lovers being here, this card, there is something that I feel is divine about you, and possibly for some of you could be this divine connection with this person. At some point, at least, it may have been or was or had the potential to be. But they obviously are not in a good place right now. And that's why Spirit's saying, they're showing me that they do not want you to repeat the same cycle. There's something about this entire situation which has been either repeating for a long time, or there's been a very off and on dynamic here somehow. And Spirit showed me this like fault line, and I'm hearing we cannot do this again unless the fault line is crossed, or unless that red tape kind of is crossed. Meaning that, and there could even be some sort of like red tape now in between these two energies of you and them. But Spirit's really saying that we'll get a little bit more to see about this person. I don't know if they are returning into your life or wanting to speak with you. But even if that's the case here, there's a message from Spirit to really preserve your energy. There's something with this vampire queen here, like really preserve your light and preserve this, so something about this like orange and like sacral energy. And so there could be this mess that has been created now because there's so many tangles that are in between this. And maybe this is something that you don't even like consider anymore or have interest in, but it does feel like, yeah, they were showing that sucking into, like you're being sucked into this. So I don't know how you're feeling that or where that's coming through from, but you're feeling this pull into this, or maybe you've been picking up on, I'm seeing like these waves of energy connected to this whole situation. And once again, they're showing me a lot of people around this person. And if it does resonate with this community card over here too, I did pull this on your side. So again, if you are involved in this, like you're actually involved, maybe you have some sort of relationship with this person actively, then that could be that you, same kind of thing here though. It's like you are being almost, you're meant to sort of branch into your own direction right now, or to preserve your energy. And it feels like there's a lot of other characters around this whole situation that you may need to remove yourself from. But if you're not directly in the environment of this, this is still picking up that this person has a lot of energies around them. I'm seeing people fighting. So it could be actual fighting or arguments, but I'm almost being shown like a competition of energy. And that's what this feels like from the beginning too, like this big web, like tangles everywhere. So it's almost like there's a competition. I don't even know what that means, but like there's a competition for everyone's energy here, or it's like we have to, this person may feel that they have to distribute their energy to everyone, but then you're also you're part of this somehow, or you're maybe you're someone that they're gravitating towards, but they don't have much energy to give because there seems to be so much chaos. Yeah, and that's what I was seeing with this perplexed person, and caught in drama. It wasn't what I thought. So it really does feel like this person has maybe like dug their grave here with this situation. Let me pull some more cards and see if we can get anything else about this. And this was at the bottom here too. No need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. So that's kind of what I feel. Again, Spirit really wants you to remember this about yourself. So whether this is just a message to say to pull back your energy, or if this is something that is cycling back around, or if you're involved in it directly. There's no point in fighting, or something like there's no point in fighting when the truth is not even seen yet, or there's no, and that's what they're showing with like the fruits on the tree are not ripe. There's something about maybe this person has to figure something out first, or there needs to be a lot of like truths in this situation that need to be unraveled first. If this is something that you want to resolve or you want clarity about, it's likely that this is a long road for that, or there's many things to clarify in this situation, and it doesn't feel like an easy situation here. Yeah, we have the Five of Cups at the bottom. And that's kind of what I was getting with this. See, this person is like fighting with this character, and this person is putting their hands over their ears. So there's just a lot of drama in this situation. Anything else, Spirit, about this person? What we're picking up on with them running away, perplexed, confused. What else do we need to know about this? Tell me about this person specifically. What do we need to know about this? Here's another 5. The Hierophant reversed. Yeah, and there's something about opinions as well. This person, there's a lot of, it's almost like as I'm tapping into this energy, I'm just getting like chatter everywhere in the background. Knight of Swords reversed. This is super chaotic. So I think that this person may have a lot of people in their ear. There's a lot of opinions about every angle of this. There's maybe opinions about their current situation. There could be opinions about you. The Knight of Swords reversed, and it feels like almost like verbal attacks or energies that don't have any sort of grounded basis here. So there's just a lot of like flying swords kind of is what I'm seeing. And you, again, may not even be involved in this directly, but we have the Six of Swords. Is there anything else you can tell us, Spirit, about this person? Why are they coming up? Or just, I don't even know what to ask, because it feels like there's just so much here. Temperance reversed, the Fool reversed, the Death reversed. Yeah, I just think they're just showing me these needles everywhere, and it's like whatever this is has to like calm down or cool down. I think with this Death in reverse here, this is kind of what Spirit was saying, that this situation can't progress or move forward. Yeah, Judgment reverse, because some kind of decision's not being made. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like this is a critical juncture point here. Wordless. That's what I was getting before too. If this person does have to make some kind of decision right now, that could be where this all ties in to this reading, because with this Judgment in reverse, I feel like it's not ready to be made yet, or this decision's not ready to be made. I think that part of whatever this conflict is that's coming up could either have pushed them into realizing that they have to make a critical decision about their life or where they're going. But the energy of this feels very much almost in suspension, but it's almost like it's in a chaotic suspension. So it's like things are up in the air. I'm hearing reverberating. It's reverberating. So again, I don't know if you're like picking this up. You could be, this feels like a larger thing than just the dynamic between the two of you, because it feels like this could be also, with all these major cards here, some sort of critical like lesson that is unfolding for this person, but also for you, since you're wrapped up in this. So for some, it could be with the Lovers here, like maybe a soul connection that you have with this person. And again, I'm getting this person's confused. So it's like I'm seeing them scratching their head here. They don't know what to trust or what to do. I will go over to the extended and we'll have to like isolate this energy because it feels so tangled, but we'll look at specifically this person, individual who's coming up here. We'll try to see a bit to what they have going on in their life specifically, but then we'll look at what they feel for you. What does this person, let me just see if I can pick up. What does this person feel here for the viewer? Why are they coming up in the viewer's energy right now? Again, there's some kind of decision is what they keep saying. It's like I'm seeing this person going back and forth between those fault lines. So either this is a like a karmic decision, like a soul decision, if that makes sense, that maybe they're not even really aware of, but it feels like they're at this crossroads moment as to either to repeat or move forward into a different direction, which they seem to have been, as Spirit was saying, repeating with this Four of Pentacles. But if it is something to where you are involved in this like directly, then you would know about that because maybe they have talked to you about that recently, or you are involved in this to where they have to make a decision about you that you're aware of. And I think, you know, again, if that's the case, I think Spirit wants you right now to trust yourself on this. But this is a, yeah, we have triggered, we have cycles. Anything else about what they're feeling towards the viewer? It's almost like that garbage bin is coming up again. They could have even had a lot of things to say to you for a long time or recently. And it's like where to start with that though, like how to pick apart the pieces to say something. It just feels like so much has been accumulated with this that it's almost like how to even resurrect it anyway. Yeah, another major card in reverse, the Magician reversed and the Seven of Wands reversed. And I keep getting a sense of actually clarify this Magician reverse. What are they feeling here towards the viewer? Six of Wands. Hermit reversed. Wow, the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, see, look at this character here too. That's what I'm getting. Like, it's not even, I don't know. I just think this energy has to kind of like calm down a bit because it feels like they're not even, it's almost like with this Hermit reverse, this person at the current moment is not like grounded, or they're almost like unaware. There's something going on to where they're like in some kind of spinning. I'm just seeing like a carousel. They're in some sort of like spinning energy. And when they're spinning like that, they don't know what decision to make, or it's something to where, I don't know, I'm having trouble with the words for it because with this triggered, it's just, there's so much, it's almost like just like a dust storm here, or like just I don't know, the energies just keep spinning. So it's like they don't know where to go here, or they don't really know what's going on. And I want to see a bit in the extended why that is. I mean, obviously it's because of this here, but yeah, this is a cosmic love that the two of you have. And so this is kind of why I'm saying, and I'm kind of putting these two cards up here, because it's almost like you're overseeing the situation, because the cosmic connection on a higher level is almost crowning this energy, or possibly like watching over this energy. So you could be definitely in a position here where you are well aware maybe of this person and what they're going through, or you just intuitively understand this. And it just feels like, it feels like in these two kind of astronauts here, and they're like in bubbles. And so it feels like this is the two of you in an alternative kind of reality or timeline where all of this isn't happening. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling here, that's why you're in the middle of all this. So you may be like a way shower for this person right now. There could be a lot of almost like maybe their soul is calling out to you during these times. Okay, let me just get one final card from here, and then I'll go over to the extended, because I kind of need to break this down a bit. One final card here for the viewers. What is kind of, what can summarize this reading, or what do the viewers need to know from this deck here? I just heard the name Eric. What do the viewers need to know? Yeah, they do want you to... Okay. I am seeing there's some advice for you, and this may not resonate with everyone, but for some of you here who are... There's almost like a sense, I just feel, they're showing me your energy is being, it's almost like all that trash in the bin is being poured on top of you when you tap into this energy. So I don't know if maybe some of you specifically are, doesn't have to be, but if you're watching like a lot of readings on this, or if it's not that, maybe it's just you're sensing this, because I was being shown that like being sucked into it. So this could be just a branch of a message for somebody. That what all of this that's happening is, you know, is valid, or you're picking things up accurately, but there could be either an obsession with, you know, understanding what's going on, or trying to get information about this, because there is this cosmic love between you and this person, but this intensity of what the situation is has become so heightened that it may be unhealthy for you, or that's why Spirit was showing you in the trapped web of this, because maybe you're triggered by this situation that you're seeing or sensing, and then they're also triggered by you. And so there's just this sense of all of this debris or clutter you have been absorbing, or if you allow yourself to kind of like tap into it, you end up absorbing it or taking it on. So it's not that you're not maybe picking things up about this accurately, but they're showing me like a frog that is, like I'm seeing that card from the animal deck, clear out the clutter, the frog, but it's like the frog can't clear, or there's like a sick frog, but they're showing this in a way of your energy has become clogged. And that's that fog I was seeing too. So I don't know if you've been aware of that, or if you've done something here to allow that fog to sort of seep in, or if it's just that you're entangled and you're picking it up. So that's why it's like all over the place here with this. But yeah, Spirit's saying that they're protecting you. See, it says, your guardian spirit is closely monitoring the situation, and rest be assured that you are fiercely protected. What is it that they're protecting you from? All is not as you see it. Yeah, you are absolutely enchanting, and many are finding you hard to resist. Someone is captivated by your scent, walk, talk, vibe, flirt away, but don't give away your secrets. So this is still talking, I think, about I just heard spirit say you can dance with the devil again, or you can dance elsewhere, or you can dance over here. So yeah, we'll definitely go over to the extended. There's probably a lot to go into. I'm going to start by looking at this person a bit, but then I also want to get some information for you, because this feels like for some of you, this is a very heavy situation that you've been feeling. And there's maybe even a part of this that there's a bit of a warning about. Yeah, so we'll try to untangle this over there. But let me get one final card of advice. And Spirit's really saying, they want to say that you are much smarter than this, I'm hearing. So I don't know if this has come back around to kind of try to suck you in again, or if it will. But they really want you to use not just following your heart, but thinking things through as well. Do what's best for you. And even if this is just what you're picking up on, if you haven't actually interacted with this person, there's still a lot here to do with you being very clear about what is my highest path, or what do I need to do for myself, and maybe thinking that in a more maybe logical way right now too. Yeah, we have painting the roses red, covering up errors. So that's kind of what I'm getting with both sides. This is part of what this person is going through, maybe with that garbage bin and like running from things, but also you can't pick up the pieces for this other person or for anybody else. So it's like Spirit saying, if the rose is not red, don't try to paint it red, if that makes sense. So maybe like rose-colored glasses kind of thing. And at the bottom, we do have lead the way, be a leader, show others how it's done. Yeah, so this is almost, and for some of you, this could even be like the turning point somehow, that it's going to step you up into the next level of your spiritual awakening and growth. Because it definitely feels like this may have been a catalyst for you, or there could be some things coming to the surface that are triggering you, but they are also showing you almost like, how can you be the light in all of this? Or how can you, because it really feels like you're almost having to fight for that, or it's like Spirit's trying to pull you up here and like away from the situation, at least right now. But it's maybe a bit of a battle for you to do so, because I keep getting this like reeling you back in. So maybe the false hope of something can reel you back in, but also the intensity of what you're sort of picking up on is also reeling you back in. So yeah, I really hope this makes sense. So I'll go over now to the extended, and we'll try to ask Spirit for some like grounded truths about this, because it feels like some of you might be in a place of confusion, where some of what you're maybe picking up on is more of an illusion, or there has been things like that happening. So we'll try to see what's really going on here and get some truth about this. So I'll have the links down below, either over on Patreon if you want to join the membership. But if you do want to just purchase the individual extended, I'll have that down below as well. So if you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all over on the extended or in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.